guys, so today is going to be episode 2 of my collection favorites series. Now, for this episode, it was tied between doing my lipsticks, including liquid lipsticks, or my palettes, like my eyeshadow palettes. So for today, you probably already guessed because you clicked on it, I am doing eyeshadow palettes. The next episode will be lipsticks, including liquid lipsticks, and then tell me what you guys want to see next after that. But I have 5 eyeshadow palettes today that I want to share with you guys that are the pinnacle, like the favorite. If I had to give up every single other eyeshadow palette except for these 5, I would be content with life. Now, if you guys haven't been around my channel for long, I do have a video on this palette, which is my favorite single eyeshadows. The only single eyeshadows I have are from Makeup Geek, so this is my Makeup Geek favorites palette. So if you want to see a full breakdown of all of my favorite single eyeshadows, then I'll leave that video down below. But for today, we are going to be talking about eyeshadow palettes. So first, I want to talk about my favorite eyeshadow palette of all time ever. This is the LORAC Pro 1, and why I say this is my favorite eyeshadow palette is, 1, it was the first expensive eyeshadow palette that I purchased, so it's kind of like nostalgic, and 2, I think this is the perfect eyeshadow palette if you are just starting out, if you're starting out with makeup, if you just want to splurge on an expensive eyeshadow palette but don't know which one you can get. I say that because there are, let's see, 2, 4, 6, there are 8 shimmer shades and 8 mattes, and you're ranging from cool tones to warm tones. You could do a smoky eye, you could do a neutral eye, you could do a cool toned eye, you could do a gold smoky eye, a copper smoky eye, a purple eye. Like, there are so many different combinations within this palette that makes it just perfect for anything, like absolutely anything. The only stipulation with this is, obviously this was the first palette I purchased, so it was before I went cruelty free, is I'm not 100% sure that LORAC is cruelty free. I have heard that they are, but they're also on Logical Harmony's, I think, gray area list. So if you are a cruelty-free consumer, just be aware of that. Make sure you do your own research and figure out if LORAC's animal testing policy is to your standards. Other than that, it's one of my top favorites, obviously, which is why it is in this video. The next one, and if you are a cruelty-free consumer and do not want to purchase LORAC, this is the best option, like, beside it. It's like you could get it and be just as satisfied, you know what I mean? This one is the Kat Von D Shade and Light eyeshadow palette. The only thing is there are only mattes and only neutrals in here, whereas the LORAC, you get shimmers and you get a couple pops of color, not really, but you get like a bronze and like a purple and a blue. This eyeshadow palette is so good. It is tied for first with the LORAC one. These are so buttery, so pigmented. My favorite black and my favorite white in my entire collection come from this palette, and I really think that tells to the quality of the eyeshadows, because both blacks and whites are hard to be really pigmented but yet still creamy. So like a white can be pigmented but maybe it's chalky or there's a lot of fallout, or maybe a black can be really pigmented but it's super hard to blend out and can kind of get patchy when you blend it. These blend so beautifully, like so beautifully. They're so pigmented. You get cool tones, warm tones, black, white, gray. I mean, if you are a neutral person, you need this in your life. Absolutely top eyeshadow palette. It's so dang good. It's so good. And even if you like, you know, maybe not all neutrals, this pairs nicely if you have, like, say a couple ColourPop shadows where you have those like fun pops of color or those glittery shades in your collection. You just need something for like blending, transitioning, and all of that jazz. This is perfect. So this paired with maybe an all shimmery eyeshadow palette or just a few single shades that are shimmery or pops of color, perfect. Absolutely perfect. The next eyeshadow palette is not completely necessary for everybody, but if you are a makeup junkie, it's 100% necessary. This is the Urban Decay Electric palette, and if I had to choose a palette that wasn't necessarily like usable every day, like it's not the palette that I would like grab if I had to give up all my other eyeshadow palettes, but it's just like my favorite in my heart, it is this one. This one is my favorite eyeshadow palette in my collection that is not necessarily the most usable because it has only incredibly neon crazy pressed pigments. And that's exactly what these are. They're pressed pigments. They're so pigmented. I do have a couple tutorials using this. Any tutorials that I have using any of the palettes that I talk about, I'll leave down below for you guys. But these are just the best neon shades ever. See, it just barely nicked my hand, and look how much pigment is on my hand. It comes with a really good mirror. I originally just wanted this for the packaging. Like, look how beautiful it is. I love it so much. I don't even know how to describe this. It's just so much fun and really unique, and you can really get some really creative looks out of here. Again, if you have this and then maybe the Kat Von D palette, you have everything you need, because you have pops of color, you have like shimmery, you know, silver and stuff, and then you have all of your neutrals. You still might need like a gold or something, but still, like, these two currently are my absolute favorite ever. I love these two more than anything. Actually, Jake bought me both of these, actually. Oh, he's the sweetest little nugget. But these are just my favorite eyeshadow palettes in my collection. The LORAC Pro 1 is just like what I think is the best like staple palette, but these are my favorites. Yeah, favorites. The next palette I have to talk to you guys about is the BH Cosmetics and Carli Bybel palette. This obviously is a collaboration with Carli Bybel and BH Cosmetics. I also want to shout out that Carli Bybel recently went cruelty-free, which is amazing. We have not had, I don't think there's a cruelty-free beauty blogger of her caliber, like follower-wise. Like, she has like 3 million subscribers, and she's now going cruelty-free, which I think is so amazing. So if you don't follow her already, go follow her. She's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm just so stinking proud, because she was like one of the first beauty bloggers that I ever started following on YouTube, and to see that she's going cruelty-free, it just makes me so happy. But I just love this eyeshadow palette. It started off as limited edition, but I just checked and you can still buy it on their website, so I feel like it's not that limited edition. The packaging is really nice. It's really sleek and kind of small. You got a good mirror in here, and then you just have these beautiful, like, you got some mauve shades over here, golds and shimmers. I actually could have used this palette for my eye look right now. I have done a similar eye look with this palette. I will link that down below as well, but these highlight shades are so gorgeous and pigmented, and I think it's like $14.50. It's so incredibly inexpensive. On top of it just being a gorgeous lightweight palette, I really want to support Carli Bybel, and so I'm really glad that I have this in my collection, because I just love her to death, and plus it's an affordable, amazing, crazy beautiful eyeshadow palette. This video is going to be so quick, it kind of makes me sad, but what can you do? The last palettes that I want to talk about, I'm only showing one, but all of these, well, at least all the ones I've tried, are amazing. These are the Milani Everyday Eyes eyeshadow palettes. These are so good. It's stupid. Like, look how pigmented that black is, and then this like taupey shimmery shade, and then like this like brow bone shade. They are gorgeous. They're 10 bucks a piece, so really affordable. I got this one, and then I have this one, which is in Must Have Neutrals, which is kind of the cool toned neutral palette. They do have a warmer one with like golds and stuff in it. And then I also got this one, which is in Plum Basics. This is so shiny, oh my gosh. But these are just so buttery, so pigmented, and just like, I cannot believe the quality that you get in here for 10 bucks, and they're cruelty free. I just cannot get over these. I think these are perfect for travel. They're perfect, like, if you don't want to spend 50 bucks on like the Kat Von D palette or anything like that. These are perfect for kind of beginners, or if you just want to expand your makeup collection. They also have a ton of colors. I believe I think there's 6 or 8 of these. I think there's 6, but they have golds, they have these two like cool tones and purples, they have one that's kind of bright neon colors. So I just think these are awesome for kind of the everyday makeup lover or the makeup junkie, because they're so good, and there's just so much variety within this range. 10 bucks a piece, and I got mine buy one get one half off when they were doing a sale at Walgreens, so, or not Walgreens, Fred Meyer. But you can always find a coupon. They're bomb. I love them so much. I just can't believe the quality that you get from a drugstore, like a drugstore eyeshadow palettes. Before I went cruelty free, most of the like Maybelline and like CoverGirl and even some NYX eyeshadow palettes I was just not impressed by. I thought they weren't very pigmented. They were kind of chalky, and these are just the opposite. They remind me of Makeup Geek shadows. They honestly remind me of like Kat Von D shadows. Like, they are so bomb. I love them so much. Okay, you guys, and that was it. Super short video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Those were my top 5 favorite eyeshadow palettes in my collection. If you want to see the full collection of every eyeshadow palette that I have, I did do a palette collection video. It's a little bit old, but I haven't purchased that many like palettes since then, so it's still pretty up to date. So if you want to see that, I will leave it down below. So next episode is going to be lipsticks, including liquid lipsticks, and then after that, let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm thinking maybe brushes? I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And just so you guys know, I will have a tutorial for this up. Once it is up, I will link it down below. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!